Example number 7. Solve 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 equals 0.
Fat Math, the right path to develop the fat brain that you've got. Hello everyone and welcome to Fat Math TV.
In this video, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. So in solving quadratic equations by factoring, we need to use this zero product property. That is, if the product of two real numbers is 0, then either one of the two numbers is 0 or both numbers are equal to 0. Example number 1. Solve x squared plus 8x plus 15 equals 0. So we need to factor x squared plus 8x plus 15. That is, okay, for this trinomial, we should have two binomial factors. You learned factoring when you were in grade 8. So for the factors of x squared, we have x and x. And factoring is a trial and error process. So for x squared, you will have x and x. And then for the 15, what factors of 15, since these are both plus, what factors of 15 will give you a sum of 8? So factors of 15 can be 1 and 15, and then 3 and 5. So which one will give you a sum of 8? So that is 3 and 5. So we have positive 3 here and positive 5. So the factors of x squared plus 8x plus 15 are x plus 3 and x plus 5. And the zero property states that if the product, this product, x plus 3 times x plus 5 is equal to 0, then one of them is 0 or both of them are 0. Meaning to say, x plus 3 is 0 or x plus 5 is 0 or both of them are 0. If x plus 3 is 0, what is x? So you add negative 3 to both sides of the equation, you will have x equals negative 3. And for x plus 5 equals 0, you will have x equals negative 5. To check if your answer is correct, you can replace it here. You can have negative 3 squared, that is 9, plus 8 times negative 3, that's negative 24. And then plus 15. So is this equal to 0? 9 minus 24 is negative 15 plus 15, which is indeed equal to 0. So negative 3 is a correct answer. How about negative 5? Negative 5 squared is 25. 8 times negative 5 is negative 40. And then plus 15. Is this equal to 0? 25 minus 40 is negative 15. Plus 15 is indeed 0. Meaning to say, your negative 5 is a correct answer. Example number 2. Solve x squared minus x equals 2. As what you can see here, 2 is on the right side of the equation. We have to change this to standard form. Example number 1 is already in standard form, so we don't need to do anything. We need to factor directly. But in this case, for example number 2, just put the positive 2 to the left side of the equation so that it's going to be in standard form. So that is going to be x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. And then factors of x squared, it's just x and x. And then factors of negative 2, that will give you a sum of negative 1 because this is negative 1x. So that is, you will have x minus 2 and x plus 1. So if you will expand this, you will have x squared minus x minus 2 because this is negative 2x, and this one, x times 1 is x. So negative 2x plus x is indeed negative x. So negative 2 times positive 1 is negative 2. So the product of x minus 2 and x plus 1 is 0, meaning x minus 2 is 0 or x plus 1 is 0. X minus 2 is 0 if x is 2. X plus 1 is 0 if x is negative 1. So the answers are 2 and negative 1. If you want to check if your answer is correct, then you can just substitute 2 or negative 1 to the original equation. If x is 2, this is going to be 4 because 2 squared is 4 minus 2. Is that equal to 2? Yes, meaning to say 2 is correct. How about negative 1? Negative 1 squared minus negative 1. This is 1 plus 1, which is also equal to 2. So meaning to say this is correct. So that is how you check if your answer is correct. You just substitute the value of x to the original equation, and if you will get a true statement, then your answer is correct. Example number 3. Solve x squared plus 4 equals 5x. Again, this is not in standard form, so write it in standard form. So that's going to be x squared minus 5x plus 4 equals 0. So what factors of positive 4 will give you a sum of negative 5? Of course, that is negative 1 and negative 4. So you will have x squared, x minus 1 times x minus 4. So remember that factoring like this is really trial and error, so you have to try. And then if you want to check if your factors are indeed the factors of the given, then you just expand it. So negative 1 times x, that's negative x. And then x times negative 4, that's negative 4x. So x minus 4x is indeed negative 5x. And then negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Okay, x minus 1 times x plus 4 equals 0. So x minus 1 is 0 or x minus 4 is 0. X minus 1 is 0 if x is 1. X minus 4 is 0 if x is 4. And you can replace here the values to check if your answer is correct. If x is 1, this is going to be 1 squared. That's 1 plus 4, 5. 5. And then if x is 1, this is 5 times 1, which is also 5. Meaning to say they are equal. So correct. How about if x is 4? This is going to be 16 plus 4. 16 plus 4, that's 20. So 5 times 4 is also 20. So correct. Number 4, solve x squared plus 8x equals 0. So as what we can see here, we don't have a constant term. So it's easier to factor this one. Just factor the greatest common factor, and that is x. So x times x squared plus 8, x times x plus 8 equals 0. So the product of x and x plus 8 is 0 if x is 0 or x plus 8 is 0. So x plus 8 is 0 if x is negative 8. And then if you will plug it into the original equation, you will get a true statement. Example number 5. Solve x squared minus 36 equals 0. So this time we have here difference of squares. So this is a square, square of x. This is also a square, square of 6. So if you have a difference of squares, then the factors are sum and difference of the terms. Okay, so that is a special product. So in special product, you also learned how to factor special products when you were in grade 8. So x squared minus 36, the factors are, you just take the square root of the two terms. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 36 is 6. So you will have sum of x and 6 and difference of x and 6. Because if you have difference of squares, the factors are sum and difference of the terms. So x plus 6 is 0 or x minus 6 is 0. X plus 6 is 0 if x is negative 6. X minus 6 is 0 if x is 6. And then if you will substitute to the original equation, you will get a true statement. Example number 6, 4x squared equals 9. So first, transfer 9 to the left side of the equation. You will have 4x squared minus 9. And then factor. Again, this is a difference of squares. 4x squared is the square of 2x. 9 is the square of 3. So you will have the sum and difference of 2x and 3. So sum of 2x and 3, difference of 2x and 3. So this product is equal to 0 if 2x plus 3 is 0 or 2x minus 3 is 0. So 2x plus 3 is 0 if 2x is negative 3. That is by adding negative 3 to both sides of the equation. And then divide both sides of the equation by 2. You will get x equals negative 3 halves. And then 2x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides of the equation. You will have 2x equals 3. Divide both sides by 2. You will get x equals 3 halves. Example number 7. Solve 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 equals 0. Again, you will factor this by trial and error. Factors of 2x squared are 2x and x. So for the first terms, it's just easy. It's x and 2x. But for the second terms, factors of 12. Factors of 12 that will give you, if you will expand, you will get a middle term or a linear term of 11x. So just do trial and error for this. So factors of 12 can be 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. So in this case, what will give us 11 is you will have 3 and 4. Because if you will multiply this is going to be 3x. This is for the middle term. And then 2x times 4, that's going to be 8x. And 8x plus 3x is going to be 11x. Okay, so 2x plus 3 equals 0 or x plus 4 equals 0. And then solve the linear equation. 2x equals negative 3, x equals negative 3 halves. For x plus 4 equals 0, you will have x equals negative 4. So the two answers are negative 3 halves and negative 4. Example number 8, 4x squared minus x minus 18. So here, there are more possibilities because we have 4x squared for the first term, for the quadratic term. So the factors of 4x squared can be x and 4x, or it can also be 2x and 2x. And then factors of 18 are also a lot. You can have 1 and 18, 2 and 9, and then 3 and 6. So you just do trial and error. And then the factors are 4x minus 9 and x plus 2. So if you will try 4x and x, and then all the other factors of 18, then you will get this. But if you tried 2x and 2x, and all the possibilities for the factors of 18, and you didn't get it, then you have to try really 4x and x. So here, if you will expand this, negative 9 times x is negative 9x. And then 4x times 2, that is positive 8x. Negative 9x plus 8x is indeed negative x. So correct. So the factors are correct. So 4x minus 9 is 0, or x plus 2 is 0. 4x equals 9, or that is, if you divide if you add 9 to both sides of the equation and then divide by 4, x equals 9/4. For the second answer, x is negative 2. So the two values of x that will make the equation true are 9/4 and negative 2. Okay, there are 6 items here for practice. You can solve this by factoring. Okay, number 1, x squared plus x minus 12 equals 0. Number 2, x squared minus 14x plus 24 equals 0. Number 3, 2x squared plus 20x equals 0. Number 4, x squared minus 196 equals 0. Number 5, 3x squared minus 31x plus 10 equals 0. And number 6, 4x squared plus 4x minus 3 equals 0. As what you can see, our practice set here, the items are similar to the examples. So if you need to go back to the examples, just go to the specific part of the video. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Just continue to support by sharing or commenting on the comment section. If you have questions, you can comment down below. And if you have suggestions, you can also write it there so that we can improve our channel by your suggestions. Let us check if your answers are correct. If you're not yet done, please pause the video. Number 1, -4 or 3. Number 2, 2 or 12. Number 3, -10 or 0. Number 4, positive or -14. Number 5, 1/3 or 10. And number 6, -3/2 or 1/2. Did you get 6? If you got 6, congratulations. You already know how to solve quadratic equations by factoring. If you want to answer more items, we have here practice set number 2. So we have here 6x squared plus 7x minus 10 equals 0. So try the factors of 6x. 6x squared, you will have 2x and 3x, or x and 6x. And then try also factors of 10. 1 and 10, or 2 and 5. That will give you a positive 7 for the middle term. Also try this all. Okay, so here you will have a lot of possible factors, so just be patient. Okay, pause again the video if you really want to take this seriously and get a 6 out of 6. Number 1, the answers are -2 and 5/6. Number 2, 1/2 and 10/3. Number 3, -6 and -1/8. Number 4, -3/2, -2/3. Number 5, 4/9, 4. And number 6, 2/3 or 8/3. And that's it for solving quadratic equations by factoring. See you again in the next video. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye!